Our stories are so diverse from across this vast continent.
The whole world looks at Australia and sees an Aboriginal land.
This is the oldest cultural continuum on the planet.
Which is what is unique about this incredible country.
The accumulated wisdom, the intriguing cosmology.
But you need a storyteller. In the world of television, that's NITV.
It's the message stick of now.
Dance, song, comedy, education.
The language.
The sporting programs.
News, entertainment.
It allows stories and language and culture to be told by a black perspective.
You see it in news, that multiplicity of voices.
One of the very big strengths of NITV, it took on the challenge of doing children's television.
Here is an organisation that truly reflects the community that it broadcasts to.
It plays a really crucial role in presenting quality programs.
It serves all of us in one way or another.
To keep connected with your culture, I think it's really most important. Aboriginal Australia is multicultural, and you get to see that diversity.
There's many facets as to what the people are about, the different cultural aspects, the way it changes throughout the country too.
We need to maintain those stories that are incredibly ancient, but we also need to capture the new essence of our youth and the stories they tell.
There's no doubt that language and the revival of language has a wonderfully positive role to play in that, from the elders right down to the young children.
The maintenance of the language is the maintenance of the culture.
Our oral history and the way of communicating is a huge, important part of our social immune system.
The editorial control lies with Indigenous people, and that's the distinction.
We need our people to be telling our stories our way.
Indigenous people have the right to establish our own media.
When you create original content with distinct points of view, and some great young storytellers have come up already through this very new network, it's warmer, it's more intelligent, and it's often full of surprises. That is really how you close the gap.
It's access, really. That gap, more than anything else, is access. Closing the gap doesn't mean that the Indigenous people come in this direction. It means that we meet, and that's what reconciliation is. Without an Indigenous voice on television, that's impossible.
This is a nation-building exercise. It's not just about making us feel good. It's about Australia maturing as a nation.
There is a global fraternity now of First Nation television stations, and it makes it accessible for the whole world.
You can change a lot of minds and a lot of attitudes with good TV.
And to me, that's why NITV must be free to air, and it must be available for all Australians to be able to see.
The mainstream Australian community benefits, cannot help but benefit. It just makes us richer.
I think it's so important that non-Indigenous Australia has access to Indigenous stories and personalities, and a channel that can shine a light on Indigenous achievement.
It's the meaningful way for us to find our way into a 21st century society, and National Indigenous Television is certainly part of it.
The future is just so bright for our next group of filmmakers, cameramen, journalists, documentary writers, actors.
And I can't imagine Australia now without National Indigenous Television. It is the stage for now. It's the way that we will build our unique Australian community, is to make sure that all of these voices are heard.
It's the voice of a nation. I would like to see it continue serving every one of us.